Hey Aries, this is Krishana from Belladonna Krishana, and this is your mid-month reading. I'm sorry that I'm not gussied up right now. I actually last night went to a temple in the Nevada desert and had a really beautiful time actually with some friends in the Nevada desert. So I just woke up not too long ago, had my coffee and things like that, and I have to do readings when I'm inspired to do them. And I was really inspired to do you guys' reading by a word that came through, which is breakthrough. So I feel like you guys have had a breakthrough somewhere in your life. Something that's been really difficult that had for a while now is finally starting to show some signs of promise. I feel like this is more geared towards work or a legal situation, a difficult family member. I don't necessarily, or partnership, but I don't necessarily know if this is I don't really feel like this is a love reading so much. So I am shuffling cards right now. We're going to kind of get to it and see what comes out. But I feel like, yeah, I feel like the word that keeps coming to me is breakthrough. There was a breakthrough somewhere. Or there's going to be a breakthrough somewhere. So if you're in a situation that is rather difficult, kind of be of courage or of be encouraged that things are actually going to uh, finally start to kind of come through. I'm getting a lot of feelings of my heart is starting to feel really full, very warm, very like working really hard for the benefit of others, of not just of yourself. This doesn't feel like a selfish endeavor. Um, yeah. So okay, let's see what we see here. Okay, this actually makes a bit of sense here. Okay, so we have the Ten of Cups. So this starts off with something that, hope you can see that. This starts off with something that is in your life that you definitely see a lot of promise in. You definitely see that there's a lot of potential here. That maybe someone that you've given a lot of time to. You just know that there's something more there, and sensing it out. And you guys feel like you know that it's worth the effort, and maybe it's a little bit draining on your energy, but you know that it's worth the effort, and so you continue to keep going to kind of see this potential through. I have the Five of Cups here, and so this has kind of been it felt a little bit like a fruitless venture, or it felt um, like you weren't necessarily being appreciated for all the effort that you were putting forth. Um, this person may have had, or this situation may have had, an element of, if I'm like staring off, it's because I'm trying to sense it out. Might have had an element of somebody who was um, really in a kind of a dark place, and they really couldn't see outside of that. So if this is having to do through a difficult partnership, a difficult family member even, then this is kind of about that. Or if this is a work situation, then it's kind of more relating to, the person who you work for kind of having, not really being particularly happy with whoever they had in some sort of position, and they saw the potential that you had, but at the same time, like maybe contractually, they had to kind of come together. This could also be energy having to do with you and having to do with, especially also if this is a legal situation, because I feel like this is not really, I don't know if this is going to necessarily speak to people who are looking for relationships and kind of single and things like that. I don't really feel like this is that reading. It might be, next month, but it's just not that reading right now. But this is definitely about something having to do with home, right? So work, legal, uh, family members, or close friends, partners, that kind of thing. Anyway, so maybe kind of feeling like, or maybe you kind of feeling like you kind of underappreciated, in many aspects, of this. Or, if it's a legal situation, kind of feeling like that legal situation wasn't really kind of going in your favor. Maybe you've gone back several times, and just to try to like fight for this cause that you feel is definitely really worth it, and it definitely is. I have the Ace of Swords that kind of comes up, so this is kind of in the future position, and this basically says like a breakthrough is coming. If it hasn't come yet, don't be wary, because the breakthrough is actually coming, and this is the card of victory. So this is definitely the card of, you will be victorious in this endeavor that you've definitely put a lot of time and effort and energy. It's drained you on some level. Maybe you've even at times been really depressed over it, and not really thinking that this is ever going to come through, and wondering, if you should just give up. But that is coming. So let's see. Let's shuffle a couple more cards and get that and see what we get here. I'm not as lively, I think, right now. Oh man, last night was so fantastic, but it's like when you do kind of like spiritual things like that, and you have different people around and stuff like that, you can get kind of like a little drained. I slept really good though. Okay, let's see. Okay. This is so funny. Okay, so you have a lot of cups. You have mostly cups in your reading. So this really does have to do with something you felt, and it was here. It was like uh it was so important. It was so important. Maybe you've even like, and this is something else that I'm thinking. Maybe you even passed up opportunity because of the fact that you were so focused on this particular thing that is worth fighting for. Um, the Prince of Spheres comes up, okay? And this is kind of the tides changing, and you actually have having domination in this particular area. You will come out on top. Um, the Three of Cups here. I feel like you're going to receive unsolicited support. And I feel like that's going to come, and it's going to surprise you, who's actually going to come out of the woodworks and support you in this endeavor. I feel like maybe because this is actually right under the Five of Cups, and so it's like, so I'll show you how it looks. It's like Five of Cups here, and then you have the Three of Cups here. And I feel like, maybe, you guys have largely kind of even felt alone. Like maybe this has been going on for such a long time that it's actually sort of isolated you guys. And you're going to receive needed and unsolicited support in this endeavor. And then I feel like there's a lot of things that's actually going to come together at once, because I have the ace right. Actually, again, I have the Ace of Swords here, but then I have the Ace of Spheres here. And so I feel like you guys are going to receive retribution for all the effort and energy and things that you've kind of put forth in this endeavor. The tides are changing. The tides are definitely changing. And I feel like you guys at some point didn't feel like it was ever going to happen. And now it's actually saying like, yeah, no, the tides are changing. It's going to happen. I feel like this Aquarius new moon also really aided to that, really aided to things actually kind of turning around in your favor. New beginnings are getting ready to start. You have two ace cards here, and that is the card of new beginnings. So A, victorious beginnings. B, the Ace of Spheres, if you have been financially supporting someone, or if this has been a financial drain, you can look for that to also turn around. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to see if there is another card that comes out. And we have the Ten of Spheres. So this is actually a really excellent reading because, there you go. This is basically saying, like, it's coming, and you guys have worked so hard. And this is typically seen as like the card of inheritance, but this isn't necessarily that you guys are inheriting something. This is actually, you know, that finally everything's coming together. And so all the hard work that you put in, all the effort and time and sometimes just straight depression and straight listlessness and feeling almost numb, I think, at times, that's going to all sort of be turned around, and you guys are definitely going to start seeing the fruits of your labor. And I feel like this reading is from the 15th of February, which is, I know, a couple days ago, and to the March 15th. And I feel like, you know, within this time period, I feel like this is going to be the start. So by the March 15th, I feel like that's going to be around the start where you start seeing things sort of turn around. But I definitely see by mid-July, you're definitely going to be singing a new tune. So, and I know a lot of you are ready for that. So I hope this reading was really helpful. I hope it gives you hope that, you know, that it's not going to last forever. You know, everything is temporary. And so even if you're going through something for a really, really long time, it doesn't necessarily mean you'll always be there, and you won't. And this reading definitely speaks to that. Okay. So again, encouragement, good work. And you guys are some of the bravest signs that I know. And so anyway, congratulations on being able to kind of stick it through. A breakthrough is coming. And I hope that you guys are doing well, especially by March 15th, and that we can have definitely a clearer reading, about, the future and things like that and what's coming through. But, yeah, this is fantastic. You guys literally have, I don't know, this is so funny because you guys have the 10 of Spheres and you have the 10 of Cups, right? And then you also have the Ace of Swords, which is a victory card, and then you have the Ace of Spheres here. And so this is really fantastic. So congratulations again, and good sticking it through. All right, I'll talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.